run hamburger menu component underscore React. Make it public. Oh, this is on my own thing. Let's go to Treehouse. Hamburger menu component underscore React. A hamburger menu component built with React and Tailwind CSS. Make it public. Create the repo. Add a README. And create the repo. I'm going to go through this whole setup again. CD out of that. Git clone. A CD into it. Hamburger menu component. React code. Let's go to Tailwind. I'm not really going to create. Well, yeah, I guess we could create a little Figma file for it. npm I, get everything installed, and then set up the directives, and we should be good to go. I will say building that is way simpler in React, the carousel, than it is in vanilla JavaScript. That is for sure. Oh, wow. Hold on. I didn't even npm create the latest. Forgot to even do that. Remove existing files. JavaScript. There we go. Now let's redo Tailwind stuff. All right, let's get this started. Last build of the day. Low-key excited for this one. I have not built this yet in React. I feel like it's gonna be pretty basic though, pretty simple. It's just a lot of React fundamentals with this one. Let's go to Figgy. Let's make something cool. Actually, it'll probably be pretty basic. All right, so this will be our little web page, right? We're gonna make it kind of mobile friendly since this is a mobile menu. Let's make it round. Make it look like a little iPhone, I guess. I don't know. We'll have like a nav somewhere up here. Whoa. What's the border radius on this? 21. Let's go 21, 21. And we'll make our menu, make it kind of light, I guess. Make it pretty basic. Nothing too wild. Actually, let's have some fun with it. Let's make it look kind of cool. I think that should be pretty easy to do. And maybe when you click it, it'll have some cool animation or something. Yeah, I think I can see how we can do this. Cool. Okay, so obviously we'll click that. And then we'll have some cool little navigation menu pop open, right? And these will be 21s on the right side. Let's go a little bit darker than our nav, like that. We're gonna throw it a layer under, except this is gonna look like an X, these little things. But we'll also have like a little navigation. So I don't know, we can say something like home. I don't know, contact. Or let's go home. We'll just make it simple. Products and contact. Nothing too wild and crazy here. We just want to do what's fundamental to the project, right? Right. All right. That'll basically be it. Nothing crazy here. Pretty simple looking. All right, let's get to it. Div, class name, grid, place items, center, BG. Let's go Zinc 800, 900? No, let's go 800. Cool. Height, screen, and width full. Sweet. And we're going to have our hamburger menu as a component. We're going to kind of keep the same theme going with what we've been doing for everything else. Hamburger menu.jsx. And this will just be the entire thing. So say class name, BG white. Just so I can see it. Cool. All right, so let's give it a height of, how do you do half the screen height? I'll just do 50 VH. Let's do like 75. BH, it needs to be VH. And we'll say width 80%. Cool. Rounded, we're gonna go large. We're gonna make this kind of big. I think I need a space right here. There we go. Honestly, that's probably gonna be it for that. Did we do a white background? We sure did. Well, it's kind of gray. Let's do that because it's kind of blinding me. Let's Zinc 200. Cool. Let's do like XL or 2XL. 2XL looks pretty good. All right, so let's have our nav right here, and inside of here, let's do class. Oops. We'll say class name. We'll say flex, and we'll justify end and items center, and that's gonna put that little menu that we create, like the icon, all the way to the right. And we're gonna actually make that icon so that we can kind of animate it into an X whenever we click on it. That's the idea anyway. Which is really simple in vanilla, so it should be pretty simple here. Anyways, we'll say height. Let's do like 50 pixels, see what that looks like with a BG of black. Yeah. Let's also go overflow hidden right here. I don't know if we'll need to change that. I don't think we will, honestly. I think that should be fine because we're gonna have that off-screen menu hide anyway, so that works. All right, so BG black. We don't want black. Let's do Zinc 800. Nope, that's the same as what's on the thing. Let's do like 700. Cool. And we'll make the height a little bigger. Do like maybe 70. Cool, I like that. Also, we're gonna have some padding set up here. Maybe padding 5. So this will be like the menu icon, we'll call it. It'll just be a div with some span tags inside. Say class name. We're gonna say height full with, let's go 50 pixels, and we'll adjust this with a BG red 500. Yeah, we're gonna take a little bit of this padding off. Do like padding 3. There we go. That looks pretty good. And we'll say width 60. Give us a little bit more room. Cool. And the red is just so I can kind of see where we're at. We're definitely going to say relative for this one because we're going to be positioning these span tags absolute. I don't know if it'll be easy to conditionally render all the class names we'll need for these span tags for the transitions, or just set them up with class names and we actually write the CSS ourselves. I'm kind of going with the latter. I think we should do that, to be honest. I think that might be a lot easier. Yeah, I think that'll be a lot easier. Let's give it a menu class, even though we're not going to have anything else, any other span tags here. I think it's still just easier. So we'll say menu, and we'll say span. Give them all a height of like 2 pixels. Give them all a width of 100 pixels just to start out with a background color of white. And we don't see anything. Do we need to do a display of block? There we go. All right, we're gonna position these absolute, and we're gonna say span. We'll do first child. We'll say a top of. Actually, let's do a transform translate negative 50% on both the X and Y axis. That doesn't look good. Oh. And we're gonna say top of 0, left of 0. Actually, no, these need to be 50. Are they percents? There we go. So they're all on top of each other, which is why we can't see them. Let's give them a width of 80 for now anyway, just to make sure they're set up the way we want them to. Cool. And I definitely know their height's gonna need to be a little bit bigger. I think that looks good. And we'll give them some border radius of 25 pixels. All right, so the first child, we want a top of like 25%. And the last child will want a top of 75%. And since they're already set at 50, the middle one should handle itself. Oh, wait, hold on. Last child. There we go. So now we see all 3. Let's make them look like this, though. That might be interesting. Okay, so for the first one, let's give it a width of 75%. You know what might be easier? No, because we're going to position them absolutely later when we do the X anyway. So, yeah, let's just keep it like that. And we'll say left. Can we say left 0? What would that look like? Ooh. Or transform, translate, X axis. We can say 25%. Oh my God, my axis is wrong. Axes wrong. Maybe. No, I had them right. This one needs to be like 35%. Or I should say 65% since we're going negative. That looks good. Let's set the width to like 65 though. And then we'll up this to probably 60. Cool, I think it looks good. Now for the middle one, we could say menu span nth child 2. I think that's what we could do, right? Let's make sure we're targeting the right one. Say background color green. All right, cool, we are. Let's give this one like a, oh, it's gonna be a pretty small width. We're gonna say a width of like 25%. So this would be small. And we're gonna transform, translate, let's just do -50, -50%, and then we'll up their values. We're gonna be working on that first one. I think we could do like 20%, push it all the way over. Let's do 0. Let's do 15%. 15% looks pretty good. Nah, it needs to be a little bit more, it looks like. Let's do 25. That works for me. And we'll set the width to 30. We'll make it a little bit bigger. Cool. And how's this bottom one look? It looks kind of like the top one, but just a little bit more over. So let's move that over more. Wrong way. I do 80. Let's give it a width of like 50, 45. A little bit small. Let's do 50. I think it looks good. Let's remove that red background and see what this looks like. Whoa. There we go. I think that looks kind of accurate. I think that top one is just a little bit too high. Also, let's do a width of like, a height of 95%, so they're a little bit closer. Cool. That looks good for me. So basically we're gonna have an on click for this menu itself, and we're gonna be doing some logic in there. So I'm just gonna write that now. Also, let's set this up with a cursor of pointer, and yeah, that should be fine. But since we have a menu class on this, let's go and target the spans on menu hover. So we say menu hover, we'll target the spans and say background color. We'll do white, but we'll change their initial colors to like a little darker of a gray. Cool, that works. And we'll transition the background 0.2 seconds ease. I like it. Let's make this a little darker. I like it. All right, cool. Anyways, let's work on the menu first, since that's easy, and the hard part's gonna be the transitions after. So I guess what we're gonna do in app, let's set up some state for a off-screen menu. And let's create the off-screen menu component too. And then we can close up the entire Explorer window. So we'll call this off-screen menu.jsx. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna import it. So import off-screen menu, and I'm gonna say off-screen menu like that. Now, if I go in here and I say class name absolute, we should lose it. If I say, let's see, we'll give it a height of full and a width of full, right? Wrong. That's not what I want. Let's BG red 500, see what it looks like. Okay, so it's on the whole thing, which is not ideal. We actually want to do what we did with the drop down menu. We want to put this inside of the nav. I don't know if that's gonna work correctly though. But we're gonna see. Yeah, we're gonna see. Nope. No, I don't wanna do that. I've never done that before, so we'll figure this out. All right, so we have relative on this, and we're positioning this absolute relative to this. This is our entire thing. So what we need to do really is just create another set of kind of parent component. And we'll say relative for this. And a lot of these classes are gonna go on that. Actually, a lot of the Hamburger Menu classes are gonna go on that. Not many, all of them. There we go. That did kind of confuse me a bit though, but we're good. Right. if all this is a nav, let's delete that other stuff. All right, I'm slightly confused though. So if we have this as relative, let's turn overflow hidden off and see. Okay, wait, no, that makes sense. We need to set the top and all that. So say top 0, and we'll say right 0. Okay, there we go. So what I really want to do is, all right, so you see how we're saying the width is set to 80%? I wonder if we still have that, let's say width 80% here. Remove the full width here. And actually, let's hard code this. You'll see why. Let's do like 400 pixels. If I can type. And we're gonna set the whole thing to 400 pixels as well. It'll make the animation a lot easier. Cool. So the off-screen menu, we're gonna have a right of negative, actually no, positive 400 pixels. And now we're not gonna see it, but if we set that to like 350, you'll see where it's at. See? It's over there. And we are gonna want negative. My bad. So yeah, we'll see it there. So let's set it back to 400 so it's out of the way. And we're gonna add a class to this dynamically based off of some logic later. So let's interpolate. Let's set this up for that now. Cool. All right, so let's start working on some state. Let's import state, use state from React, and we'll say const active menu, and we'll say set active menu equals use state false. And we're gonna pass that to, honestly, we're gonna pass both of those active menu to gets active menu, and then set active menu, set active menu. Let's copy that, put it on this component too. Let's destructure. And in here, we're gonna say if active menu, we want to return negative right 0. Else, what do we do? What's currently on there? Negative right 400. Let's take that out. Let's paste that here. So if we go to app and we turn this to true, we should see our menu. And we don't. Let's see what's going on. Oh, we don't need the negative right there. But that still doesn't tell me why we don't see it. Let's see. Let's check the markup. See what classes it's getting. You know what? I don't think that'll work with Tailwind. We'll probably have to set it up in a style, which is okay with me. It's basically the exact same thing. So let's set this back up as just regular class names. like that. And what we can do is we can set up a style tag. We can say active menu. Wait, how did we do this in the last project? I think we just say right, and then we'll just say active menu. If it's true, then we want we want 0, right? And if it's not, then we want negative 400 pixels. That should work. So now if I go and set this to false, it still doesn't work. Let's see if it's even setting the things right. So it says right is set at negative 400 pixels, which is how I want it. If I type in true, let's see. It still says right is negative 400 pixels. Let's see, we're calling it active menu. Active menu. Go to the off screen. Active menu. Is it styles? Oh, there we go. We just need styles. I always do that. So if we say false, it'll be... Oh, wow. No, it's still there. Or maybe that makes it not work at all. Maybe style was right. Yeah, so now it's saying object. So yeah, it was right with styles. I'm sorry, style. Yeah. What if we do right 400 pixels? Hold on, I need to recenter myself here, because now I'm confused. All right, so say right 400 pixels. And if we do 350 or 360, okay, so it needs to be negative. All right, so we need, yeah, so I don't know why style isn't working. Right is either going to be 0 if active menu is true. Oh, it should be the other way around. If active menu is true, yeah, no, it's right. If active menu is true, it should be 0. And if it's not, it should be negative 400 pixels. Let's do 350 so that we can at least see if it's using that. Okay, so it currently is set that way. And if we set that to true, nothing happens. Let's see if our state is even updating. Yeah, it is. I wonder if this is just a Tailwind issue. Actually, let me see something here. I've got these in here hard-coded now. So right is set to negative 350 pixels. If I do this to false, right is still set at negative 350 pixels. Ah, I'm spelling it wrong. Wow, there we go. So that should fix it. So now if we say false, it goes away. Wow. I'm such a dummy. Cool. Now I wonder if that would work if I did a duration of like 200. Well, we're gonna have to set state to figure that out. So, hamburger menu. Let's give this a Z index of 10 so it stays on top. And on click, we're gonna say set active menu to true. Or actually, whatever the opposite of active menu is, so that we could toggle it. So I click it, nothing happens. That's because the Z is on the nav. Let's see if it's actually updating anywhere. Oh wait. Set active menu is not being used. Why did I write it like that? Maybe I shouldn't code 3 things in one day. There we go. Awesome. It works, but it doesn't. So the only issue is that our off-screen menu is higher up on the Z index. And I don't think we need set. Well, yeah, we will. We will need that later. Let's set this to Z10. And we're going to set hamburger menu to Z20. Oops. Dang, no, that still doesn't work. Well, that kind of ruins everything. Let's see. Z10. Let's make sure that's setting the Z index. Can we set the nav to fixed at the top of 0? The width of full, which would also need to be relative to this, or it's already got that. No, I don't guess we can. Wait, with full, right, 0. That would make that work, but something here. Active menu is true. Why is it not toggling when I click? I don't know. But anyways, we need to figure this out. Hamburgers. Having weird CSS issues. I'm wondering if it's like Tailwind specific. Ah, that's because Z20 doesn't. Yeah, it does. Why don't I see it? Okay, so I just need to give Z20 to the actual menu, not the nav. Don't know, but I don't like it being right there for some reason. But that's fine. I can put it on this, and I think it should be a-okay. Cool, but now I don't understand why this is not toggling off. So I basically am saying set active menu to the opposite of whatever set active menu is, which is how I always toggle things. So clicking this sets active menu to true. Clicking it again should set it to false, but it's not, which is kind of weird. And if you look at the state, it's set to true, and no matter what, when I click it, it stays true. That's so weird. Why won't you click? Let's let's console.log e.target and see what we're actually clicking on, because maybe I'm not clicking on it anymore. So when I click on it now, it gives us the cursor. It gives us, yeah, it gives us that. If I click on it again, yeah, no, I have no clue. No clue. If I'm clicking on it, it should be rendering this on click, but it's not setting the active menu anymore. It sets it once but never again, which is kind of weird. Maybe I'll come back to it. Let's work on some cool transitions. What I think we can do to make this as simple as possible is just say class name. And we're going to interpolate this. We're going to say if active menu is true, active, right? And each of these will have their own active classes. So let's go and see if we can make that pretty simple. Let's do menu span inth child 1 with the class of active on all of these. And we'll do 2 and 3. So when it has a class of active, we're going to say background color green. Let's just see if this works. Oh, it does not. Why not? Because it does not have its class of active as a class of undefined. I still just don't even understand this part. Why is my code being so weird? Active menu is true. The class of active. Else no class. Let's just do not active. See if anything's rendering at all. Wow, not active works. Clicking it does nothing. Am I getting Active. Oh my god, it's because it's spelled wrong. That's gonna fix the whole app. Watch. Look at that. Golly, I need to work on my spelling. Jeez. Okay, anyways. Oh. Alright. So this part will be pretty fun. So when it has a class of active, we want the width to be 100% on the first item, right? We want the transform translate -50%, -50%, and we want scale to, I'm sorry, not scale, we want rotate to be like 45 degrees. Let's see what that looks like. Cool. We're also gonna make that width a lot smaller. I'm gonna say 50. Alrighty. This one right here, I think we're just gonna say opacity 0. We don't want it. And then this one, we're gonna say width 50% as well. And we'll say transform translate -50%. Again, -50%. And rotate -45 degrees. And that did not do exactly what I wanted it to do. So let's do a top of 50% and a left of 50%. There we go. And we're gonna do the same thing for the top one. Cool. All right, but there's no animation. So let's fix that really quick too. We can just say transition all 1 second ease forwards. That did nothing. Let's see why. Oh, because that's on hover. Sorry. We need it on the span itself. Can we do the transform 1 second ease forwards? I don't know if that works or not. It does not. So let's just do all 1 second ease forwards. Whoa, that's not working either. Okay. Menu span. I mean, this works, but I would like a cool animation. Oh, you know what? It's because width, top, left all need to be on here too. So we have width, we have top, we have left, and we have no transform. Okay, so, oh, we do. It's right here. And we also want rotate to 0. Maybe that'll make it all work. Nope. Maybe it's too much. I don't know. Let's go over here and turn off this not active thing because it's just redundant. That's dumb. Wonder why we can't get any transitions on this. See if we can get just that opacity one. Nope, not even that works. Are we doing anything to them here? Nope, just adding in the class name, that's it. All styles are handled in here. Maybe because I'm doing it like that. Maybe this should be nth child 3. And this should be nth child 1. Because it does need to be specific. So this is, oops. So this is active states. This is individual spans. This is hover, and this is the span. Nth child 1 menu. This might be super redundant, but this might be why I'm not getting those animations. Menu span nth child 3. Wow, I'm still not getting them. Huh. Crazy. Oh, I also have that set, so let's just do all. Maybe? Dang. Nope, still doesn't work. Oh well. It's not a big deal. I mean, the app still works. I just wanted some transitions. Do I need a comma right here? No, that doesn't work at all. Oh, wait, it's not an animation, so maybe I shouldn't have this keyword in here. Would it be that simple? It is that simple. Cool. All right. I like that. Let's also, we'll set this one up with something to make it look kind of cool, right? Say transform translate -50%, -50%, rotate 1080 degrees. Make it look kind of cool as it spins away. That's neat. I think it looks pretty neat. Still a little slow for me though. Let's do like 0.3% ease. That's cool. Let's change this up though. 45. What if we did 90 and -90? Or would that look weird? Would it not work? Yeah. So 180? No. What's 90 plus 45? 135. Cool. Look at that. I like it. That took a lot longer than I wanted it to, but hey, it's cool. And it's in React. Sweet. Awesome. All right, I'm going to submit this. I'm going to push this up. Init commit, my famous commit message. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to push it. Cool. 3 repos, 3 projects, 1 stream. Not bad. Not bad at all. These are 3 things that I kind of wanted to knock out anyways. So this is the best time to do it. I could do this all day. All right, I think that's going to be it for the stream today. Kind of quiet, not a lot.